Okay.
Okay, perfect. Can you hear me okay?
I can, thank you.
Okay. Okay, so the thing is when we created the RDRC website,
Sure. Yep.
um, we created the, let me just go to the site. I thought I had everything all open. It's so slow.
Yeah.
So we have the page,
Mhm.
and we created a view
Okay.
to view them, and then we created the content for each of them like this.
Sure.
So now they're going to have papers
Okay.
up on here. And I pretty much try to duplicate what we did for projects for the papers, but I can't get it to display nicely like this.
Mm.
And also, um, this is this is currently the old site,
Okay.
and you click on, you get the titles, the authors,
Mhm.
whatever that number is, the issue date,
Yep.
a little blurb, and then a download link to the summary, a PDF. And apparently, I just realized today, this acknowledgement opens up to a completely separate page.
Oh, okay.
Okay. The unfortunate thing is whatever we do here is more, it needs to be done relatively soon,
Mhm.
because the agents like say the foundations want to see their papers up. Right now we
Sure.
only have one,
Okay.
and I think there's going to be about 11 more to come soon.
Okay.
But once the new website is finished, this will have to be all done in a different way, apparently.
Okay.
But Alex thinks it's going to be a good thing as a learning tool to
Sure.
do this.
Yep. Okay, that makes sense. So,
Okay, so this is, you do that to me. First I'll show you what I did.
yeah.
I created this here content. I created these fields.
Mhm. Great. So this is a new content type called RDRC papers. Okay, excellent. You created the fields. That looks what I would have done. So that's great.
Um,
And then you said you have one paper right now, and this is the paper right here that you've created.
this is the paper.
Okay, great. That looks like the right thing to do. And then you have the PDF summary.
Yes.
Perfect. Yep.
Let me just refresh this because apparently that was uploaded we had a problem before. It would only upload. Alex just figured out how we could increase the size. So we did, and now it works. And now you see the papers there.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah.
And
This looks good, Debbie.
okay. Well, like I said, I was trying to do it based on what we did.
Sure.
Now so this is what our view looks like. This is
Mm-hmm.
not what I looks like.
Yep.
Should I go into structures?
So I think coming down, well, okay, so there's a couple things. So one is I think we're going to have to do some CSS overrides, kind of like we did on the other one. Remember when we went on the server and we edited those
Yeah,
CSS
that's right.
files?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think we're going to have to do that again to kind of like center justify some of this text and bold it in certain places and maybe make some of the font sizes a little bit larger, and do that kind of stuff. I think we're going to have to write some custom CSS to do that.
Okay. And I'm wondering too how important it is for this particular site for the acknowledgements to go to a separate page.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And
Is there a way that we can make it look nice on like the landing page that it's going to go to here?
yeah, we could do something like that. So I think we could make it look very similar to the other site. And so the thing I would want to do are acknowledgements just other papers, or are they a different type of content?
No, it's actually very important because it's acknowledging the foundation that supported the research.
Okay. And so when you click on that acknowledgement, can you show me the type of page that it takes you to when you click on one of those?
This is
Oh, that's it right there. Okay. So it looks like another paper, is that correct? Because it has the papers thing in
it's
the upper left?
exactly
Okay.
what else I mean. It's kind of duplicates the. It's the same. This is all the
Okay.
same.
Okay. So then,
just wording here.
okay, if
Acknowledgement.
it's structurally the same and just the content's different, then what I think we can do is we can create an entity reference from one paper to another paper. And what that does is, so let's say, for example, this page here, right? So this is our paper. It has all this information. It has that title. It has the paper number, the date that it was issued, the description. It has some like a summary and a PDF, right? And then it also has an acknowledgement. That acknowledgement is going to be an entity reference to another paper that we've created, and that will have its own title and separate information. And basically, we'd create both those pieces of content, and then we'd link them together. I think that's the approach we'd want to take here, and then we could format that as a link that just says acknowledgements on one of those papers, and it'll just link it right over to the other paper. Does that make sense?
It does. Is it hard to do?
No, I don't think it's super hard. We can take a look at
So
doing
here-
that.
So, this is the other. So should we not have this as a field, paper acknowledgement?
Oh, okay. So that's one way you could do it. If you want it to work kind of similar to the other site where you want like it to that acknowledgement basically has the same types of information, we might want to create them as two completely different nodes. Do you see how you're on node 108 right now? We'd create like node 109. It would be another paper. It would have all the information that goes into the acknowledgement. So it'd probably have that body text that you just highlighted there. It might also have a title and maybe its own attachment. And then basically we would create a new field on the paper content type that's an entity reference to tie those two separate nodes together.
Okay, so right now, let me just go. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I never remember the names of the URLs. It's there's so many.
I thought I pressed that one.
Hmm.
Okay. So this is the view I have now. So I have
Okay.
this very similar to what we had here.
Sure. Yeah, it looks great.
Okay. Um,
Nicely done.
the title, of the paper, the author, and the issue date,
Hmm.
which click here, brings us here. So what you're saying, from this page, we would then have another page to click through to click the acknowledgement?
Exactly. So yeah, this page will have a link at the bottom that basically links to another page, and that would be the acknowledgement. You can do it. So it depends on how you want it. If you want it to look very similar to the other site, I think that's the way to go. If you think that
Okay.
maybe the other site's too much clicks and you're trying to rework this, then I could see the way you're doing it being fine. So it kind of comes down to how you want to do that, I guess. Did you
Yeah,
want them all on one page, or did you kind of like the workflow that used to be there where you'd click through to the other page?
what is the easiest solution for you? I know that it probably wouldn't matter,
Yeah,
but I mean, time-wise, I'm thinking.
yeah, I think they're probably similar. In
Then let's do it so it works the same as the other.
Okay, great. So I think the first thing to do is let's go to that tab right to the right of yours right now that says Manage Fields. And we're going to add a new field to the paper content type. So this is the RDRC papers content type. So yep, let's click Add a Field. And so I know you already have a field called Acknowledgements, but we'll make another one that's kind of similarly named. So if you go to Reference and then Content, and then you can make this label. So this is going to link to our other acknowledgements. So you might want to call it acknowledgement link or something along those lines. I'll leave the naming convention up to you.
Is it okay like that?
Yeah, that's fine by me. So,
All right. Okay.
okay, so add that. And then on this next screen, once it loads, okay, so we're referencing the type of content. So would we ever have more than one acknowledgement, do you know, or would it only ever go to one other paper?
I honestly, I don't know.
Yeah. So for now, let's set it to unlimited. So if you click that little drop down there, yeah, if you click that, just click unlimited. So this is going to allow us to add multiple acknowledgements if we ever want to. We could always, yeah, we could always limit it if we need to.
Save?
So yep, save that, and that'll take us to the next screen. And then we should be able to limit it by the content type that we are choosing. So if you scroll down on this page, you see how all the different content types in our system are listed here? Yeah, so if you just click the RDRC papers, and it basically allows us to just link papers together. So that's great. And then we won't make it required because maybe not all of these papers are going to have an acknowledgement, but some might. So let's just save that setting there. Awesome. And then if you go to the tab to the left of this now, and you click edit on this page, you should see this new field probably at the bottom of your edit screen. You scroll down. Okay, so now you can search for acknowledgements. So we only have one paper created at this moment, right? So what we would want to do is create a completely new paper with all the acknowledgement information in it, like the acknowledgement title and content and everything. And then we should be able to link to that through this field at the bottom here, this acknowledgement link. So yeah. Yeah, exactly. Go to content. Add new content. And then create a new RDRC paper. And then essentially you'd fill in whatever relevant information for that acknowledgement. Yeah, no, it's okay. Bless you. So yeah, it might not be displaying on this page. You might have changed the display, which makes sense.
Yeah.
If you. So are the paper IDs going to be the same between the acknowledgement and the?
I don't know what happened here.
That's okay. So if you go back to content and then, so up and left, yeah, we'll just create it again.
Okay, but what happened down there?
Oh, I think you pulled the tab out of the other tabs by chance. So if you grab the tab in the upper left and you drag it, it might allow you to add it. So go a little bit more to the left, a little bit more to the left. Just like grab, see where it says content, and then there's a line NBER, like grab like right there, up a little bit, like in the browser tab at the very top. Yeah, so if you like grab right there, exactly, you can drag it back and put it back in the thing. So try it again. I would grab that. Oop, okay, that works too. There you are.
Okay.
They're back now. So the acknowledgement has the same ID as the paper, or does it have its own ID? So it looked like you grabbed the ID from the paper that already existed?
Yes, it has the same. But also, the interesting thing is too, it also has the same ID as our project.
Okay.
Is that gonna be a problem?
I don't know. I don't think it will, because I mean, so each node is going to get a unique ID on the back end, so it's okay if they have the same name. I for some reason I assume that each paper that we create would have a unique ID, but if that's not the case and that works for your use case, then that's probably okay. It shouldn't hurt the system at all. Like the system is still going to give this a unique node ID at the end of the day.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna put the acknowledgement in here.
So you take the acknowledgement would go into the actual like paper abstract because that's what's actually displayed to the page, right? So
Okay, yep.
and then you can probably cut it out of that one as well. So we could probably get rid of that field at some point, right? Since we're going to be doing it this way.
Yep.
Excellent.
Okay.
Yeah, and then if you
So isn't this going to be? So this looks almost exactly the same as this.
yeah, that's what I'm kind of worried about. So I assumed that it would have its own ID and name and everything. So for instance, can we look back at the old site? Are we using the same paper from the old site, or is it a completely new paper?
This is the current site you mean?
Yeah, this site. Are we recreating this exact page on the other one, or is it completely separate from this?
Well, this is just an example.
Okay, so this is not the actual paper we're creating. So let's take a look at this though.
I can pull that up now. I can.
Well, do you mind looking at this real quick for us? So we have this title here, the impact of the ACA medical expansion on disability program applications. So that is the paper that's in question. Now, if you click on acknowledgements at the bottom left there, can you click on that? Okay, so it does keep the same title.
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, it'll be very similar to that. So like the title will be the same on both of those. You're right. I wasn't paying close enough attention before. So it looks like the acknowledgement has the same exact kind of upper metadata information as the actual paper has, and it just has a separate body section.
Okay. But the interesting thing too to point out, and this is where I was confused too, is
So let's make sure we save these open pages that we have here. So let's save this one,
oh,
and then let's save. So actually, and then let's before we save that, let's save the other one so we can reference it, right? So yeah, save that. Perfect. Now if you go back to the page on the left of this tab here, we should be able to come down here and then where it says acknowledge link. Oh, okay. So can you edit this one more? Oh, sorry, the one on the left. The what tab to the left of the one you're on right now. And then in the acknowledgement link, let's do a search for that paper. So type a character in there, like type A.
A.
Yeah, see if that finds anything. Oh, no, it's in. What was the name? Oh, sorry, it's type N. Okay. So,
Which one will we pick?
well, that's funny because we named them exactly the same. It's hard to tell which one's which right now unless we do something to add.
And I also think that it's also a project in the system.
It's a
And
project.
the project is also ND19-09, and this paper has the same
Okay.
name as the project.
Do you know what we're going to do real quick? Can you, does the ID appear on the page at all? I can't remember, like when you're actually looking at it. Can you click onto the tab right to the right of this one again real quick? Yes. Okay, so the ID doesn't, and if you scroll down, does the ID actually appear on this page? It doesn't look like it. Okay, perfect. So
Only appears on the view.
okay, yes, and we're gonna have to filter out these acknowledgements as well.
We wanted to appear on this page the way it appears on here. See how it makes it?
Okay, and can you click on the acknowledgement one more time in here?
And it's also here.
Okay. All right, so we might have to make this a little easier for you to select. We might have to add some contextual information to this. It's going to get a little deep. So basically, in that autocomplete field, it only has the project ID, which there's many project IDs that are the same, and it's going to be hard for you to distinguish. So we really should add some additional information, like the node ID for that project, so you can figure out which one you're actually selecting there. That's a little bit of work to do, but I can show you how to do it. Let's try to do that.
My only thing is, Jim, is I don't want to waste your time If this is only supposed to be, I mean, literally, it's only going to be up for a few months.
Yeah. Well, let's go through it. We might be able to do it right here.
Okay.
So
I just don't want to.
no, you're not wasting my time. Let's go back to the content type. So if you go to one of those other open tabs there, if we actually go to like the let's keep these 2 pages on the left open because those are going to be helpful for us. But let's go to a new tab. Yeah. Yeah, perfect. And then if you go to structure and content types, and we go back into our paper content type. Yes, exactly. And then at the very bottom, sorry, where it says...
While I'm here, should I get rid of this?
Yeah, we don't need that one anymore, I don't think. So we can get rid of that. So edit, delete that. Perfect. And then, excuse me. Yeah. If you go...
Sorry, I'm just...
That's okay. Yeah, no, that makes sense. And then if you go to the acknowledgement link at the very top, if you click edit there. And if you scroll down, so this is kind of interesting. So if you scroll down here, do you see where it says reference method?
Yeah.
So right now we're using default. Yeah, and you're going to actually choose the views filter by an entity reference view. And since we don't have the view yet, it's actually probably not going to let you choose one. So we don't have any views to do this. So if you actually click create a view, so hold down control and click create a view, it's going to open it in a new tab. Perfect. So that tab right to the right that's opening right now. Let's click on that. And we're going to add a view called acknowledgement link. Perfect. And then we're going to show content of type, and then where it says all, click on that. And we're going to choose RDRC papers, exactly. And then if you scroll down, we're not going to create a page or a block, but let's save and edit this.
Are you recording this by any chance?
I am, yeah. I'm hoping that the audio comes through. I'm using a new recording program, so I'm hoping our audio comes through okay. But I am screen recording at the very least. Okay, so in here, what we want to do is at the very top, we want to add a display. So this is only the master display. So if you click the add button there, and I believe it's entity reference. So we're going to add the entity reference. Yeah, click that. Oh, I think it's loading right now. Yep. Okay, perfect. So you have unsaved changes. Okay, perfect. So you can click save right there on the left, halfway down the screen. Do you see that blue save? Yeah, you can click that. And then once that runs, okay, sorry, it says entity reference needs a selected search field to work properly. Okay, so in the settings. So if you go up to under format to the right, yeah, where it says settings, if you click that, right to the right, yeah, click that. Okay, and then use search field title, exactly. Click that, and then apply. That should let us save this. So now try to click save again. That should work. Okay.
I noticed you have two of these showing.
Exactly. Yep, that's perfect. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to add another field. So you see where it says fields on the left-hand side? Down a little bit. Yeah, you see fields? And then to the right of that where it says add, click add. And search for ID, just ID. Then you might have to do a little scrolling. Okay, do you see where it says ID and then content right there? Click that. And then where it's blue, yep, add and configure fields, exactly. And then, so we don't want 1,000. Let's get rid of the display prefix and suffix. So you see where that's checked off. Let's just uncheck that. We're not going to have any, but that's fine. And then at the bottom, just hit apply. And if you scroll down the page to see the preview here, do you see now how it has the node ID? So it has 109, 108. So you're going to know exactly which of these you're selecting now. So if you click save one more time on this page here.
Just a quick question on
Yeah.
on that content type V
Yes.
106. Okay, that's just something that the system knows, not I don't know.
You don't have to know. Yeah, exactly. So the system's going to create those, but it's going to tell you exactly which unique node that you're referencing when you're selecting those in your drop-down list. And I'll show you exactly how to look for that too. Okay, so that's saved. Perfect. So now let's go back to the tab right to the left of this. And we're going to have to reload it. But if you just reload this page. So now what we're going to do is, remember, this is the acknowledgement link field on the paper, right? And what we're going to do, instead of just using our default down there where it's choosing the reference type, we're going to reference that view that we just created. And that's going to allow us to limit the content that way. So yeah, click views again. And this time, you see it gives us the option to select something. Let's choose the acknowledgement link entity reference display we just created. And then let's save this. Now, if you click to the tab all the way to the left in your screen, so yep, there. So if you start typing in here, I'm not sure if we'll have to reload the page or not, but if you type N there, we might have to, yeah, give that a reload. That's fine. I think we have to reload it anyways. If you come down here and type N, oh, so that should be giving us, that's interesting.
Well, you know what, it's interesting. Up here it says 108.
Yep, so that's the node ID for this specific page.
So then we would pick 09?
We would pick 09, but it should be telling us which one, and that extra information is not appearing there right now. Let's go to our manage fields, so two tabs over to the right, the manage fields tab at the very top. Let's go to manage form display on the on the top there, exactly. You scroll down here, so where it says acknowledgement link, it's autocomplete. Interesting. Okay, and then if you click the little gear icon to the right of that, all the way to the right, let's see what we have in there. Okay. Huh, that's interesting. Can we try clearing the caches and then reloading that page? I feel like that should be working for us right now, and I'm not sure why it's not. And so, I mean, after this, we'll try to go back to our page again and see if we can, the page on the left, the far left, click one more left, reload this one more time and see if we can get that acknowledgement link to give us some more of that information. So start typing in there. Huh, okay. Well, let's go back and edit so let's go open that third tab you had over there. Let's go back to structure. Content types. And our papers. And if we click on our acknowledgement link entity reference again, let's keep on that's all right. Yep, let's edit that. And scroll down. I want to make sure that that view is being used. Okay, so we've selected that view. Choose view and display. Should be reference. Only views with display type and reference are eligible. And then let's so can you go to the tab right to the right of this one that has our view open on it? And this should have saved. We have the ID. That is so interesting. And this, if you scroll up a little bit on this, this is saved. Can you go up a little more? I want to see all the error messages that we have. Okay, that has been saved. Huh. Okay. Can you click where it says, okay, show under format where it says show entity reference inline fields, and click on the settings there. Okay. Can you click on title and ID under inline fields? Make sure those are selected. And hit apply there. And then one more thing we're going to do is let's just try under the format, the settings right above that where it says any reference list settings. Let's make sure we're doing right there. Yeah. Let's make sure we're searching on both those fields. Let's click the ID as well, and then click apply. And then let's scroll down a little bit and try to save that and see if that does anything for us. I would have thought it would have worked how we had it before, but you know, when in doubt, let's try some new things and see if we can figure it out. Okay, so that's saved, and let's go back to the far left tab that we have open, and let's reload this page one more time and see if we can get this working. You start typing in there. Oh, very strange. I'm not sure why that's not coming through with our, bless you. So I must be missing something here, because that should be adding our additional information there. Can we go back to 2 tabs to the right again, our settings, one more to the left? Okay, so we're in here. This is filter by entity reference view. So acknowledgement link. Can we try creating a completely new paper and see if it does the same thing? I'm not sure why it would be different, but so yeah, control click on content so we open a new tab here. Great, and then see where that's opening. Let's go to that page there. So do you see 2 tabs over where that new tab opened? Let's click that. Click add content here. Add RDRC papers, yep.
I'm just going to make one up, okay?
Yeah, you don't even have to type anything in. Let's just scroll down to the bottom of the page, Debbie, and see if the same thing happens to us when we try to use this here. I assume it's going to keep happening. Yeah, that's very strange to me. I must be missing something here, and I'm sorry that I'm not thinking what it is.
Oh, no, please don't apologize.
Yeah. So I would have thought it would have given us the additional ID information that we had created in that view. Oh wait, let me try one last thing. Can we go back to our two tabs to the left? Yeah, one more. Yeah, that one there. Ooh, yeah, that one there. I think. Okay, let's then click go back on your browser in the upper left there. So on this tab, if you scroll, move your mouse a little to the left. That left arrow, that's a go back button. Yeah, click that real quick. And then click Manage Form Display one more time. I think it's displaying as a link. Okay. Where it says autocomplete, can you click that drop down there? See what we have for options. Autocomplete stack. No, that's not it. Oh, what, Can we do one more? Can we go to the tab to the right? Sorry, I'm just kind of trying to figure this out right now. Yeah, click that one more time. And then click in where it says title under the fields. Can you click, it says content title on the left? Yeah. Click that. And where it says link to content, let's just get rid of that real quick. So where it says link to content, just check that off and click apply. and then save that. And let's see, we probably have something incorrect in here somehow. I'm not seeing exactly what it is.
I do have a question,
Yeah,
Tim.
sure.
If it's supposed to be a view, how come there's no tab like there usually is in the created view?
Yeah, since this view is not going to have its own page, we're just using this as a way to filter things on our on our content type. So yeah, this actually doesn't have a page that it lives at, and it shouldn't because we only really want to use it to limit our results that are happening in that field. Let's go back to the far left tab that you have open one more time, and let's see if we reload this and we try to type it in again. Let's just see if that at least has gotten rid of the link there. And if it has, then we can at least say, well, we're affecting this somehow. You gotta start typing in there. No, it still seems to be doing that. Acknowledgement link. Yeah, I'm for some reason, Debbie, I really thought that would work, and I'm missing something, and I apologize for leading you down this rabbit hole.
No, that's okay.
Yeah. So normally, what I would expect to happen here, and I must be missing some detail here, is I would expect that that just like you saw in that display, it said the ID and then it had the node ID. I would expect that to appear there as you start searching for that stuff. I'm not sure exactly why it's not. Let me see if I'm thinking about this incorrectly. So we added the reference display to the field. We created the view for it. We referenced that there. Let's go back to, can you go 2 tabs over where it says Manage Form Display one more time? And then can you go up to the top and let's do a couple things. First of all, can you scroll up a little more? Let's go to, can we go to Manage Display? I just want to look at that real quick. Not that, I don't think that should really be affecting what we're doing here, but just in case. If we scroll down on this, acknowledgement link. Do you see where it says link to reference entity? That's what we want. Let's, can you go up again to the top and click on Manage Fields in that tab? Yeah. Click Edit next to Field Acknowledgement link one more time. Scroll down a little bit. Can you click on where it says reference method, see if there's anything else there that we can choose? I don't think there is. No. Default, view arguments. Yeah, I'm at a loss for what's happening there, to be honest. I'm not exactly sure what I've done or what I've told you to do incorrectly. What could we have done incorrectly here? Yeah, it's not appearing.
I wish I could help.
Yeah, no, sorry. I'm like scratching my head here because it seems like, I mean, this is something that I do pretty often, and for some reason I'm losing something right now, and I'm not sure what it is because
the way I set up the original field?
I don't think so. I don't think it's anything you could have done. I honestly think it's something I'm just missing in translation right now while we're thinking about it live. But I do this is a pretty common thing that I try to do. We must be missing something on the view end. So and after a couple more minutes, if I can't figure it out, then I'll have to dig a little bit into this myself and see if I can figure it out. But let's just real quick go to the acknowledgement. The tab right to the right of this one. Sorry, back to the view. Let's look in these settings one more time. So we're in a entity reference list. Can you click to the left of that where it says entity reference list and just what do we have here? Okay, that makes sense. Okay, we don't need to change that. Let's cancel out of that. Yeah. And then let's just click the settings to the right of that real quick. We'll go through each one of these settings. I just want to see what we're working with here. Content title, okay, those are search fields. Okay, cancel out that. Then right below where it says show entity reference inline fields. Okay, I think that's okay. And then close out of that, and then settings to the right of that, I think we're probably fine. Separator, yep. Inline fields, hide empty fields. Okay, I think we're good there. Let's try to add any other kind of field maybe. Let's try to like, see where it says add to the right, where your mouse just, or sorry, where it says fields, sorry, down a little bit. Yeah, add there. And let's add like, can you search paper?
Sorry?
Paper. Let's just add one of the, like the paper, like paper issue date or something like that. Let's just add that, add and configure fields. And then let's just save, let's apply and hit save. And then go down a little bit and save it on this. Let's just see if we can get anything else to appear on this thing. Because it doesn't seem like our view is, doesn't seem to actually be pulling through when we do it. So can you actually go to the tab all the way to the far left again? And we'll reload this page and try it again. And then, yeah, try to type in there.
Hi.
Yeah, start typing something in there. Huh, it doesn't seem to be pulling our view at all. And if you add another item, see where it says add another item? If you click that and then you try typing it in there, at this point I'm grasping at straws. I'm not sure exactly what's going on here. Yeah, it's very odd. So my hope was, Debbie, and I apologize that it didn't come through, is that I was just hoping that we could give you a little extra contextual information so when you're searching this, you know exactly which one of these you're searching, especially since we have these papers with the same titles often. Let's just, for the sake of, I'll look into this a little bit and get back to you, and for the sake of this call, because I'm actually going to have to jump off in a minute, let's search one of those papers. So if you go up to actually either one of these, if you go to the one above this, the input field that you have put above this, right there. So just click the one right above the one that's active right there. Yeah. If you just start typing that in, let's just grab one of these for now. Select. Okay. So it does tell you when you click it. I guess we could have saved some of this time. When you click it, it tells you the ID. So that's actually the correct one that you wanted. And let's just save this node. Ideally, you would see it while you're searching for it as well, so you don't have to click it to see what is being returned. But if you save this, hopefully we can at least demonstrate what this is going to look like. If you scroll down on this page. Okay, so one thing we have to do real quick is click 3 tabs over where it says Acknowledgement link. Yeah, that one there. And then if you go to the top here, and you go back on this page. Either hit the go back button or where it says in the breadcrumbs. If you scroll up, Debbie, you can hit RDRC papers. Yeah, that works there. Either way, and then click Manage Display on the far right. If you scroll down, the acknowledgement. So, I'm just so confused. Why is the acknowledgement? So the acknowledgement link. The acknowledgement link is saying to be displayed, but it's not being displayed. Can you scroll up a little bit?
Well, while you're here looking at that for the display,
Yeah.
I think, like the summary in the PDF I have inline, and shouldn't that be displaying as well?
Yeah, they should all be displaying, and none of those are displaying right now, right? Can you scroll up a little bit? I want to see what kind of view mode you have on this. So you have default full content. Can you click on full content real quick? Do you see where it says full content? Yeah. you scroll down here? Okay. So if you move those up from disabled into display and then save it, that might fix our problem there.
Say that again?
So do you see where it says disabled and the acknowledgement link and the PDFs are there? Let's drag those from disabled up to the other one.
How come it made them disabled?
So there's this thing called view modes that allow you to have different modes for different things. Like for instance, you might want a teaser view mode if you have a list of things, and you might want a full view mode if you have like a node view. So the node view is your full view mode. So if you save this, I think this will update that node view that we were looking at. So once that's done saving, if you go to the tab all the way to the left and reload that one, so yeah, that one there, reload that. Hopefully those will start coming through. Okay, so that's coming through. And you see the acknowledgement link, so if you click that, that should take you to the other page. Okay. So at least that kind of workflow is working. I wish that we got the the autocomplete working a little bit better. Maybe we can revisit that at some point. But at least that workflow is working where you can click through to the other page. So yeah, hopefully you're a little bit farther than you were before, Debbie. I unfortunately do have to hop off this call.
Okay.
But yeah, it is.
Maybe we try again to go through some of the CS for the formatting.
Yeah, so I think the next step would be let's go through going through CSS to actually style this to look like the pages that you wanted. And then, I mean, I would love to debug what was happening with that autocomplete field. I'm not sure what's happening there. I think it might be worth at some point me taking a look at it. We'll have to talk with Tim to see if we can schedule some time for me to just kind of debug it. It might be easier for me to kind of kick it around myself and figure out what's going on, and then I can come back to you with a solution if we can implement it together. But for now, I'm not sure what's happening there.
Okay. But okay. So before we even do that, maybe just do the CSS stuff.
Sure. Yeah. I don't think we're gonna have time to do it today, but
No. When it's gonna be me.
oh, perfect. Yeah. So next maybe we can schedule a call for like next week, and then we can go through that then. Does that sound good?
That's perfect. Yeah.
Great.
I mean, like I said,